Hey, welcome, Cobra fans. Tonight, Cobra Network is bringing you live action from Bulldogs Stadium in Boling, Texas. The Cobras have made it on Friday here against the 7th-ranked Boling Bulldogs from 3A Division 2 to 4. I'm Lee Lewis, he's Will LaRue, this is Rob Varsity. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I got welcome. It's time for the rain here, but we found the rain. Just in case anybody want to know, we found it here in Boling. So was the lighting as well. That was the lighting. We got 9 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. So a lot of our pregame is going to be cut down today. So we apologize for that. But what we are going to be able to do is we are going to be able to bring live action to you. Hopefully all this social media as well. So all the weather in
Guys, the Cobras are coming off a big win last week in a dramatic fashion. They beat China for the first time in 11 years. And man, it was a great game. Really, it shows Cobra football has been.
Yeah, well, last week was a good one. The Cobras were hosting right by the Bulldogs. Last week was about 2300. I'm sure these games will be full tonight, guys.
It's going to be a little bit slick. Different time, different atmosphere. We'll be playing on tonight, so that's going to definitely take effect.
Yeah, Cobras are going to still without offensive tackle, George Legridge, Sweater with Kobe Snyder. Are also missing two standout wide receiver, safety, Holden, and Bowen. So this is tonight. But I will say, on the right side, we saw Hunter Hallekow left out running around the strike. Don't know how much number 3 is going to be back tonight.
It's going to be Hunter out there. It's going to be Bowen out there. But hopefully that's going to be a couple of weeks to be back. You can't cover the positions like you normally would, but you can always find that on the Sports Network. But it was a great, fantastic way to do what. But let's talk a little bit about the history of the program. The Cobras have tried to manage to win all the games. They're 5-3 dating all the way back to 1987.
Yeah, and Bowen has a good history with their program. They actually won the state championship in 1972 and just recently made it back to Big Show, where they were championship game in 2017, only 6 years ago, where they lost to the Youngsters. So they've had some bright spots.
hear is ringing. I turned it all off and you don't hear it no more.
Oh, there it goes again. I think it's the phone. It came on when the phone turned on.
Somebody's got it. Somebody's not muted. It's picking them up. No, I got it turned off.
Something quick. Something made a noise.
Now go. I turned this off. Go. See, hey.
Hey! Will! Something else though. I got everything off and just put this down.
Wes is turned off. Hey, I cut you off. Feel your feet too. Feel your feet.
Yeah. Well, no, we got it turned off. We got it turned off. We got some bad ringing going off. They can't hear us online anyways. The kids talking? That's what Hunter Carl just told us too.
I'm sorry, Cole. Sorry. It's just, hey, get back on.
Somebody can hear kids talking.
I know, that's what I'm trying to kill it. That ain't us, dude.
But
Everything's killed.
somebody is, well, I mean, they can hear the kids talking.
Is his phone muted?
His phone, okay, it's caught.
Look.
And before the playing of our national anthem, we invite your warmest
Which microphone?
Wait, try mine. Oh, I can't even grab it. Let's go, just go! I had to yell.
They can hear the phone. Yeah, I know.
Memo looked at me like,
It's this microphone, I think, here for some reason.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell Coach Earl, I guess for now, let's just go off my watch.
They can hear it.
Make it stop.
It from the one.
Oh, they hear it from this one. Or one of these two, I don't know which one. Can you mute that?
Wait. That's left.
Taking a handoff on guard, though. Cooper Martin.
All right, folks. Need to turn down.
Apologies, folks, if you can hear us. We had a little rain delay, and then the weather got us. So right now, great screen pass out to 44, Martin. He's been turned down. Cobras have been moving the ball well on this opening drive. Right now, they're inside the 25.
Well, we're going to find some way to bring you the game, guys. And at least we got the audio. We had to switch on our video, but we had to switch on our audio. If we're a little too loud, yeah. Hey, we're going to have to pick.
Can't bring them down.
How about now, Ryan? That a little bit better? We just have to keep it away from our. Yeah, we had some problems with the box. It always seems like it's some type of issue every time we leave the confines of Cobra Field. Great drive so far, but we do have a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides against the Bulldogs. That left side of that defensive line jumped, and that's the second time we've seen it. Yeah, the first time Garza recognized it, took advantage, threw the ball downfield. This time looked for a little shallow underneath.
9:06 left in this first quarter. First drive of the game. If you're just joining us, had a little weather delay, set the game back. Game time ended up being close to 8 o'clock.
Right now, Cobra's back in manageable distance. They had a little miscue on that first down play where they lost a few yards. Now they're back in a 2nd and 8 situation.
Garza's going to pull it himself. Hard running room up the middle. Good fake there, giving that ball into Quebec and pulling it.
So, Will, right off the get-go here, Cobra offense looks like it's clicking. I mean, you said one of the keys to the game, jump out early, be aggressive against this 4th-ranked team. And right now, they're moving the ball pretty effectively.
Absolutely. Garza drops back. Another one of those QB delays that worked really well against Shiner, but I don't know who that was for Boling. Number 6 ends up coming up and making a great tackle, actually, 2 great open field tackle.
Yeah, it looked like Garza's going to be able to get outside there and get a little more, but.
And we're right next to the band, folks, too, so that's a lot of the background noise that you're hearing. Unfortunately, these stands here in Boling are real tight and small, so we're nice and cozy up here.
Boy, you can say that again. They don't stretch between the 40s.
Fade route out to the outside. Looks like there was some miscommunication on what the play route was. Intended receiver was Kason Williams. And, folks, that is not a stick or malfunction in our equipment. That is actually a light pole that is on the field.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for those that have been here before, it's a unique little stadium. The track is outside. The sideline is very small, maybe 5 yards wide. And inside of it is light poles. And they've got 8. They've actually got them about every 20 yards, 25 yards down the field. Cobra's right now going to shift to that left side. They push Martin and Quebec over. Could not get it off in time.
Yeah, so that is one of the keys to the game as well, is tame yourself, Lee. We talked about that earlier. We tried talking about it.
Right.
But tame yourself. You know, the Cobras have got to be able to keep the laundry off the field tonight in order to win this game. It's going to be a game that's going to come down to the wire just like it did last season.
Well, I think there's been 5 penalties in the game so far. All of them were Boling penalties until now.
Great counter play by Cooper Martin coming back in, but an even more fantastic open field tackle by number 10 there.
Yeah, they're going to have a fumble on the play.
I missed that. Okay, ball did fall on the ground, and Boling's going to go ahead and recover that. I never saw the ball come out.
I didn't either from our angle. We were looking at the back of 44. But I guess, on the cut is probably where he lost it. We do have wet conditions. I think that's something these guys have forgotten what it feels like. Nobody's seen rain in so long. But tonight, this grass field, natural turf is going to be a little slick, and that ball's going to get wet. We saw the coaches pregame getting the towels out, trying to get the balls dry. The balls were actually out in the weather when it was raining. So they're going to have to dry them out and get ready to play.
Another penalty on Boling here. So penalties stacking up against the Bulldogs. One side that is nice to see out there is number 3, Hunter Halapasa, the all-district safety, getting the start tonight. Finally, coming off of that knee injury that he sustained over the summer. And just in good timing, too, being that the junior standout lately, Holden McMullen, is out for a couple of weeks. So 1st and 15, 7:47 remaining in this game. Or excuse me, the first quarter. And Quebeca in the backfield fights off a block and able to sack the quarterback. Not really a sack. The quarterback was a runner at that point, but a huge loss. Great hit play by number 11.
Yeah, combined with the penalty yardage, that's going to put them in a really long second down situation.
Yeah, we're going to be fighting the band all night long, Lee. That's good to hear, though.
Yeah, it does. It definitely has some fun background music.
Yes, it does. Second and long for the Bulldogs. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. Fires it to an open receiver in the flat there. A lot of running room before he's finally pushed out of bounds. That's the sophomore, Zach Vadial. Big play.
Yeah, no, it was a busted coverage. I didn't see it well enough. It looked like safety. Halapowski was dropped with the deeper route, and nobody had that underneath.
Boling sticking with that tight formation, that double wing T with 2 wide receivers to the same side. 6:56 left in the first. Swing pass. That ball is live. Yep. It's a live ball. Got it wrapped up by Blake Mendoza and Quebeca. Run down for a short loss.
Yeah, and Will, if I repeat you, I'm sorry. I don't know that I can hear you very good.
We might be talking over each other a little bit tonight, Lee, but that's all right. There's not a whole lot of room to sit here.
In the dove line.
Yeah, we are up in the dove line. You're right, Rob. We are up in the dove line. It is dove season. A very familiar atmosphere out here in Boling with the cow pasture right behind us here in the stands. Another motion, so we knew that Boling was going to do this to try to throw the Cobras off. Pitch is going to be out to number 1. Great hard tap. We heard that from all the way up here. That was from the sophomore the junior Sam Kurtz.
One thing we haven't seen is that outside attack right now is not doing much for the Boling Bulldogs. Cobras are able to get outside a lot quicker. They seem to have more side-to-side speed.
3rd down and about 8, 5:38 counting down in this first quarter. Score is 0-0. Rolling out again to the outside. Rurik on the backfield.
And he got deep 6. He did.
Again, deep 6.
Okay, I'm going to add Mike.
And folks, it doesn't seem like it's only us having a little technical difficulties after this rainstorm. We've seen the coaches coming up and down from the box. It looks like right now they're communicating by telephone. I see Coach Fellers on the sideline ditching his headset and pulling out his iPhone to communicate up here to the box. So.
Yeah, it's been a mess all over the place here today. Band director is having a problem as well. This ball is going to be punted. Take a little bowling bounce around the 40. So that's where the Cobras will take their next possession.
Can we go to a commercial break? Do we have commercial ability tonight?
We've got commercial ability. We'll take a quick break.
At Capital Farm Credit, our cooperative returns are a symbol of our strong partnership with you.
So one of the unique things about Capital Farm Credit is the cooperative nature of it. And then when you get that patronage check once a year, we put that money right back into the land.
Together, we're better.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. 4:35 remaining in this first quarter. Cobras taking their second drive of the night. Trips to this side. Garza's going to call his own number, but the Boling Bulldogs snuffed that out and able to bring him down for a loss.
Yeah, it looked like that left side edge might have been offsides. He was close. He just held up, but they were there almost anticipating the snap count, it seems.
Trips to the short side of the field. Electing to stay with the same formation. Martin offset to Ashton's right. Ashton's going to drop back to pass. Again, bouncing out. A little chip block by Martin, but not enough as that Boling defender ends up tackling Martin. And then we have a flag on the play. It's going to be a block in the back against the Cobras. So negative yardage not helping the Cobras tonight.
Yeah, that opening series, they came out and were really clicking until they got down deep in their own territory, or in the Boling territory. But now, after the fumble, the penalty down there, miscue, this drive's just not working out right now.
Yeah, Lee, and that's going to bring up a second and a long way to go.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny how the weather will take its toll. I mean, it has affected our equipment, affected the coaching's equipment, and a sloppy field usually tends to make a sloppy game.
A hitch and go route. Aiden Thomas trying to get the arm extension there to try to get the pass, but the ball does fall incomplete.
But going back to what I was saying, Will, you know, neither team has been very clean on these opening two series. Boling, a lot of penalties already, 6 or 7, and you know, Cobra's right there just kind of derailing on that drive. Good news is they do have a pretty good wind at their back. We will kick this away here in the next play. Not yet.
Artist steps up the pass. He hits Quebec up the 40-yard line, still trying to break tackles. We do have a flag on the play, and we'll see what it is. Where it's at, Lee, I'm guessing that's a hold on the defense. It's what I'm assuming. Let's see what the call is. Refs are not in a big hurry to, I guess there he is talking to Aaron. I believe it is going to be a face mask against the Bulldogs, but what it's going to do is it's going to push them back. It's good, but the point is it gives them an automatic first down. We did not get the first down on that, so it's going to go back 15 yards and get the first down. So that's what the ref was asking Coach Naren what he wants to do, and to me that's a no-brainer. Got to take the first down.
Yeah, absolutely, because they would have been short otherwise.
It was 4th down. 5. Oh. Wolfskill checking into the game at that tight end position. Got twins to both sides. Swing pass out to Wolfskill. Breaks the tackle. Continues to move upfield. Before he brought down short of the line to gain. Another flag on the play as Cooper Martin churns forward for a lot of yardage. We'll see what the call is going to be. It's going to be offsides again on the Bulldogs. That's going to be declined. We're going to go ahead and take the yardage and the first down.
Yeah, good pickup there by the Cowboy.
You see how they're all playing back? All the defenders, the linebackers, the corners, safeties are all playing about 6-7 yards off the ball. Then they got 6 men on the line. They're basically running a shell.
Yeah, we didn't know what they were going to come up with. And again, this time it's contact, so another 5 yards. Boling is playing aggressive, but it's starting to hurt them.
Yeah, I'm surprised at this point, just the sheer number of offsides they've had on the defensive side, that they aren't backing them off at this point.
And I would continue to do this if I'm there and to go to different counts, do it different snap counts, change it up. And now they're going to say false start.
Oh.
I disagree with that, and so did the other. What do you think?
I didn't see it.
800 people down here?
See it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw full contact by both green jerseys there. But either way, it's going to bring up 1st and 15 with 2:33 left in this first quarter. We are scoreless here in Boling. Kuchler in motion. But Garza's going to hurdle another defender and roll out. That's the Garza hurdle right there that we've been seeing a whole lot. How about that?
Well, I do love the excitement of a good hurdle, but you know, at some point you've got to remind your quarterback that's 2 in 2 weeks, and we're still in non-district play early in the season.
Garza not really anywhere to go. Going to be brought down in the backfield. Tried to step up on the play, but
He's got to pick up on the
Cobras are continuing to go to that little screenplay as they try to do something to, against this aggressive defense. Yeah.
Bring up 4th down. Looks like we're going to switch packages here. Go with punt. Go ahead and punt here. We tick under 45 seconds in this game in the first quarter. Bo Bethany with the leg. We'll see if he can pin the Bulldogs back deep.
He's got a short field in front of him.
That's a flag. Come on.
Bulldog defender splits everybody and gets down the sidelines off to the races, but I don't think Giannis is going to be able to catch him. That's going to be a special teams touchdown for the Bulldogs. See, just in that punt, you got to stay in your lanes, Lee. It's really kind of broke up there, and Bulldog returner was able to find a hole or a crease there and get down the field.
Yeah, and that's unusual for that shorter field. I mean, sometimes you can outkick your coverage and things like that can happen. But that time, I mean, that punt had some good height to it. The coverage team was able to get down there. They just got beat. Or maybe it was a little lower kick and we're not used to it because the light poles are so low around here.
It looks like it was a lot higher than what it was.
Hey, they're alternating between sending 6 rushers and 7. They got to catch them on the screen.
And the Bulldog puts it through the H upright here. So with that, Bulldogs go up. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Cobra football. A pooch kick right there, folks. Ticked off a few more seconds. There's about 5 seconds left in this quarter. Cobra's going to have to run a play before this one ends. Ball was low. We talked about that too. It's a wet field, a wet ball out here. It's going to be a little bit harder to get a handle on it, and that kind of happened right there. But look what we do have out there, boys. You see what we see? What I'm looking at?
Corn dog?
It looks like the corn dog. And they're calling a timeout. They saw the corn dog too. They need to make an adjustment. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Will LaRue alongside Lee Lewis, Rob Bargerbrook, Ryan Barnett on the production side, and Chase Charbula bringing you the best camera angles in high school football.
You know how MTV had unplugged? I'm unmiked.
Yeah, Rob is unmiked because we had to break down to our field mics, and that's why we had to steal Wes's stuff as well. So he's down on the sideline, but he is not reporting tonight. And Ashton called his own number again. You want to know right now is how much more are you going to allow Ashton to carry the football? It's a long season ahead. He had 20 carries last week, and Ashton's pretty much leading the pack right now with carries as well.
Yeah, well, I think Coach Nairn kind of addressed that in the media this week. He said, the plan wasn't last week for him to be carrying it that much. The plan was to be, kind of more through the air and different rushing attack. But when he had the hot hand, you go to him. It's hard to take the ball out of his hands when he's in the zone. But you're right, Will. Early tonight, it's not having that same success, and so you don't want to just keep going back to it, having him take shots when he doesn't need to.
Yeah, and what we've been seeing,
He was up to 22 yards. He was started good. He was up to 22 yards on 5 carries, and then it's been 0, 0, 0, -7. So,
well, they're starting to hone in on Ashton as he's stepping back in the pocket as well and trying to do that delayed run. So far, what we have seen is that quick run up the gut with Martin being an explosive play. We'll see that that goes. Coach elects to go ahead and stick with that now that he's got an additional blocker in there as LaRue checks in that sniffer back position.
And a lot of their pressure's coming from the edge, and so that delay, they're able to get home. But like you said, that little blast up the middle from Martin, they're not there.
Ball's going to fall incomplete. Intended receiver was LaRue. Just Ashton was backing up with pressure in his face and just wasn't able to get it there.
Yeah, they're coming off that left side, and you could see that pre-snap. They walked that outside backer up, and yeah, as Ross tells us now, they had eight in the box, and so
it was a perfect play call because LaRue was wide open. Yeah. They were coming in, they were gunning in for Garza there.
Just got to get it out faster.
Yeah, but it's third down and about 11. Coach is switching packages again, going to doubles. Delivers a strike to Quebeca. He's brought down near midfield. We'll see where they end up marking him, and it is right there at the 50. So great play call to readjust there on the spread.
I think he might have actually got the 51 on that, Will.
The old 51.
We haven't got to call the 51 yet this year. It makes its first appearance of the 2023 season. Oh, and he didn't. He did spot it at the 50. Oh, man.
Trips to this side of the field as Wolfskill checks in for Quebeca to get him a breather. Garza's going to roll out to that side, flips it out, but just a little bit too strong. Wolfskill unable to get to that ball. I like the calls here, Lee.
I do. And I'll say I like that route. Wolfskill had a lot of separation as he broke on that out, but just ball just a little bit out of reach.
And we'll see. I would continue to go ahead and go with that, and I think Aaron kind of sees a little weakness in the Bulldogs defense if they're going to pack the box the way they're doing. They're doing it again. This time Kuchler's coming around. The ball's going to hand off to Cooper up the middle. He breaks the tackle and brought down near 45. Good to see him get back up because that one looked a little bit weird on that low hit.
Yeah, the field's just a little bit slippery. He got hit low and legs went out from under him.
Uh-oh. Something popped over here where we're standing, boys. I don't know if this is past inspection for a while.
Well, we've broadcast from worse places, Will. This one, at least this one hadn't been condemned yet.
Referring to the old Tidehaven condemned building.
I believe it was. Yeah, folks, that's not a joke. We had to get under the condemned tape broadcast from the disaster zone.
Well, we don't have to go there this year. They're coming to us. Matter of fact, next week.
It's going to bring up, that penalty is going to bring up third and about 12 with 10:59 and counting down in this first half. Cobras trailing 7-0.
Free play, free play, free play.
Free play. Ashton fires it downfield. But receivers kind of stopped on those cut routes. Going to get those 5 penalty yards back and replay that down. Now, that's that old jailbreak. When you see them jump, flags go flying. You just hit the seam route and go.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the bowling defender over there stop and just stood there waiting for the snap. That's when you need to recognize I'm in trouble. It's going to be a free play. I got to hit somebody and get this blown dead. See if I can get there. He kind of allowed them to take that free play.
Swing passes it out to Kembeka again. Kembeka, using his big body to keep churning forward to get closer to that line to gain.
Yeah, and those were big couple yards right there at the end because he actually puts them in a situation where this might be a 4th down play that's, something you want to be looking at pretty seriously. If he had gotten stopped 3-4 yards back, he puts it in a more of a gray area. But now 4th and 3 or 4th and 2.5. They're going to be looking at it.
I would definitely go for it, especially with the way the Cobra defense has been playing. They are loading the box again. Go with that hard count. See if you can get them to jump off. It almost worked there for a second. Free play up the middle. No, Kuchar is not able to hang on to it as the ball does fall incomplete. It looked like number 10 came up and delivered a hit on Kuchar as soon as the ball got there.
Yeah, it's the story of the night. Ball is just slick. It's hard to hang on to. A lot of equipment, a lot of stuff was out when that storm hit. And everything's a little wet right now.
Yeah, including us, Lee.
Yeah.
Ten minutes left in this first half. They are switching again.
There's another formation
but we have a false start on the inside receiver, number 11 for the Bulldogs. It's going to push them back.
Will, that exiting those session this week with Coach Bellers, he talked about the number of formations these guys are going to go to. He said he had charted, I think, somewhere between 16 and 18 separate formations, not including all the motions. So we're already seeing that, basically every play's a new play.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he said. Bowling is going to try to move around and see where you're going to make that mistake in defense as far as the lineup and find it. Bellers is jumping on the sideline, trying to get guys reset. Ball's be hand off upfield, and Sam Kurtz comes up, tries to deliver the hit, but the backer does get around the edge and brought down after a couple yard gain. Going to bring up second down and a short 11.
One thing that's been nice, wind is kind of dying down. We can kind of turn where our mics are a little less shielded and actually watch some football.
Ball handed off to number 1.
That ball is loose, it looked like.
But Boling was able to fall back on it. And that is King, the ball carrier. He is their new go-to guy ever since Ryan O'Neal, their district MVP, 2,000-yard runner, 24 touchdown scorer last season. It went out early this year with a season-ending injury. .837 and counting down in this first half. Cobras trailing 7-0. Boling walks back up to the line in a tight formation. But they're going to call a timeout. We'll call a timeout. We're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. Ball falls incomplete there. That was old number 6, the disruptor in the backfield, forcing the number 4 quarterback to make a throw. Quebec on the coverage.
Quebec did a good job there staying tight and not letting that guy leak away. And that's the hardest thing when those plays break down. They extend. But he did a good job staying with him step for step, was there, and the ball is delivered. And it's going to force a punt.
Back deep to return is number 5, Nick Kuchler. Somehow they picked that ball up. It's going to be one of those fire Peters, and it does take a bowling bounce all the way down to the 20-yard line. Well, that's where the Cobras will take over this next possession. 7:49 remaining. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. And we're back, folks. 7:49 remaining in this first half. Cobras trailing 7-0. So get ready to take this next possession.
Well, Will, it's been an odd half. It's not reflective of the way the scoreboard looks. Outside of the one big offensive play Boling had, they really haven't done anything on offense this half, but yet somehow they're leading this game 7-0.
Garza pulls this one, and not really sure why. He's going to be wrapped up for a huge loss in the backfield, and I know Garza is trying to do what he can, but that's one I would have liked to seen him go ahead and give to the Cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think right now he's looking to do too much. Like coming off a big game like that, you want to.
The officials are calling for an official timeout, trying to pump the clock back up. Not sure if somebody was running in and out, or I didn't see if there was an injury on the field. Oh, Boop's helmet must have come off. They're working on it on the sideline right now. 7:15 remaining in this first half. Cooper gets it up the middle, fast running, brought down after a decent gain.
Yeah, and I'd love to see them just keep running between the tackles right there. Let Martin continue to hit that until Boling does something to adjust to it.
You've got a couple of backs that you can continue to roll through there too, Lee, that keep those fresh legs rolling.
Yeah, right now, you look, they nothing behind the front line except a single backer.
Jason Williams unable to hang on to that one. Ball falls incomplete. Going to force another Cobra punt.
Well, we can hope for maybe a little bit of coverage on this one. This will be the second punt of the night.
Well, I would like to see don't punt it to him. Get one of those nice rugby punts that rolls around on the side. This one's going to be a short one, and it's kicking back. Be down to around the 30-yard line. Bo just unable to get his foot underneath that one.
9-yard punt. We're worried the last one was a little low, so this one maybe a little high. Somewhere in between.
And we talked about it. And the Cobras also didn't have a chance to warm up properly. Typically, your special team guys, especially your kickers, are able to come out early and start getting that proper warm up. That did not happen today because of the delay, and then having to hurry up and get out here and get this ball game underway.
About a 15-minute warm up.
Yeah. Number 6 is going to get the handoff this time, but he's met with several Cobras after a short gain of about 3 yards.
Cobras have had good edge containment tonight. Boling has looked to challenge them on the outside a couple times, but really haven't been able to get out there with any success. 13
yards rushing. The only score came from the punt. I mean, there's been nothing else that Boling has done, guys.
Yeah, they had the one big pass play to the far side over there on the homestands, but that was really it from the Boling offense tonight.
Well, they're working with a short field right now, second and about 6, 7. 5:48 remaining in this first half. Staying with that two-back set in the backfield. His quarterback goes under center, hands the ball off to the up back. He is driven down. It looks like he's going to get about a half a yard on that carry. With that tight set again. Yeah, toss play out there to the edge. He's going to find some running room. We'll see where they end up marking him, but that's going to be enough for a Cobra or for a Bulldog first down rather.
Yeah, and I got to say that call surprised me a little. I didn't see that coming.
.454 and counting down in this first half. Cobras trailing 7-0, and the Bulldogs knocking at the door. Senior Blake Mendoza steps up and makes that tackle. After the Bulldog ball carrier gains about 4 yards on it, though.
Yeah, the offense is starting to find a little bit of continuity as they continue to have these 3, 4, 5 yard pickups. They're starting to get into a groove for the first time we've seen tonight.
Really hitting the right side of our defense. Just
nicely. Nice. You dropped the microphone down the stands. It is all way down. Great job.
We're going down to the sideline reporter down there.
Oh, boy. Ball carrier takes it out to the left side for a short gain on. It's going to bring up 3rd and short with 3:36 left in this first half.
We'll go take a little break right now and see if I can go retrieve a microphone, Will.
I better take a flashlight because there are no lights on this side of the field, Lee. They're on the field.
they're on the field. They're not behind it. Stay there.
Again with that jet sweep motion out to the right side. Gets a great block on the edge. Boy, he's finally pushed out of bounds. I'm sorry, he did catch that edge. It's too hard to see that from this corner. There's not a pylon over there, Rob.
No, it was blown away.
It was. There it is. Now the referee's picking it up. So good hard running, good edge blocking on the Bulldog side. Able to get in for that touchdown with 3:06 left in this half. Bulldog kicker is through and true as they go up 14-0.
Trent Koenig on the fumble recovery.
With that, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network. And we're back, Cobras. 3:06 remaining in this first half. Cobras trailing at 14-0.
Starting to get a little deja vu, boys. We could, be looking at another 14-7 halftime score. That's where they were last week with that shiner, and then, boy, it came out second half. Corn Dog took over, and that game went the other direction.
Possible right here as Nick Kuchler fields the ball, splits a couple bowling defenders, keeps running forward before he's brought down around the 40. So we'll see. There's plenty of time for the Cobras, but we have flags all over the place again.
It looked like the kick team was offsides. I think it's going to be declined based on Kuchar's good return.
You know, Boling is having a difficult time tonight staying on their side of the line.
Well, you know, I kind of mentioned earlier, but go back to it. It's strange how when you get a little bit of a sloppy conditions or chaotic environment to start a game, that the game kind of mirrors that. And so far, we've seen that really both sides of football from both teams. It's going to be who handles this best, who can.
That's it. 5-yard penalty. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Yeah, so the Cobras are going to take this possession starting at the 44-yard line. Electing to stick with that spread package. Cooper Martin offset to the left. The option play. Ashton tries to split defender, but a heck of a play by number 68. They're going to say that's a horse tackle. Or, excuse me, a horse collar.
Yeah. I don't know that it was. I like that we're going to get the call. They definitely got jersey, and I know he got slung down by the jersey.
I think last year I was arguing with Rob about actually what the definition of a horse collar was, and we ended up figuring that out. But basically, it's anytime you grab the back of the jersey or the inside of the shoulder pad to tackle the individual.
Pull them down.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, and then that's essentially what happened. So either way, we're going to take it. This gets Cobras into Bulldog territory at the 40-yard line with 2:53 and counting down in this first half. It's going to be a swing pass out to Martin, and it's read perfectly. You know, we've seen that play run several times. It's just slow developing, and Bulldogs read that. They knew it was coming, and they came up and met Martin.
Yeah, good recognition out of number 3 for the Dogs right there.
Staff at the sideline working hard, getting balls in and out, keeping them dry. Martin's going to bounce out to the left side. Got one guy to beat. He's finally tackled around the 20-yard line. A good hard running on the outside edge there by the Cowboy.
Yeah, he's able to get that ball all the way down to the right, just shy of the red zone with 2:38 remaining. Cobras.
Going again. You give to Cooper. He tries to split, lowers his shoulder again.
And you know, I think you have to continue to attack them right there in the middle with Martin until they can prove that they can do something.
Now they flipped out and brought Major LaRue in, which is good to see. Get another back in there with some fresh legs. Cooper's running hard tonight. And they're going to call another timeout. They didn't like that they took Cooper out. They didn't give him a breather.
Yeah, I think they sensed that they were getting beat up the middle. They saw a bigger body coming in and probably read the writing on the wall that they needed to do something to adjust and tighten up in the box between the tackles.
Well, when they switched to that shell defense, you got only 2 linebackers. That's it. And they're 5 yards off the ball. So if you get through the line, it's 5 yards, guys.
Yeah, and I think the coach staff up here noticed that because that's what the last few plays on this drive have been, just trying to get up the middle. 2:11 counting down this first half. We'll take a quick break. Well, production crew over here looking at me. I looked over when we were ready to take a break. You were over here messing with stuff. You're programming.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on. A whole lot of stuff to bring this broadcast to you folks. Great play action right there. We'll see if they call that a catch. I'm not seeing the most, but I'm assuming it was.
It was. It was. I say you could see Kuchar did a good job of going down, getting his hands underneath and securing it. But Rob, you called it when they walked him up. You said, look over the top, pass, and there was play action. Good read. Now they're going to go back to Martin.
Yeah, good hard running up the middle. Cooper gets in. Well, guys, I've said it once. I'll say it again. Keys to the game. If you follow the keys to the game, we win the game. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Keys to the game, win the game.
You know what, though? We didn't get to tell anybody what our keys to the game were.
No. That's it right there. Win the game.
Okay. Score more points than the other team.
More points than the other team.
Always a good fallback.
That was a line drive kick. I'm not getting a sign, but it is through. So Bryce Warren is through with 1:48 remaining. Your Cobras do score 14-7 right here, trailing by 7. We're going to take a quick break. We're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. Well, folks, we are back, and I did make this mistake. Rob, we have a Con Meadow scoring drive recap.
We surely do. Well, and it started off with a 15-yard penalty, and that got us moving down the field. We started at a good return on the kickoff right at the 50, and then 3 runs by Cooper Martin. Okay, one with a 3-yard finishing off with a touchdown and a 6-yard pass by Aston Garza to Nick Kuchler. That's a weird kickoff formation, guys. Y'all see
Well,
that?
I think they'll split out as soon as we don't show that we're going to.
Yeah, and then that's exactly what they're doing. So we did do that at one point. Minute 48 remaining in this first half.
And it would be a good night for that type of play. I mean, you're late in the first half, wet ball.
Ball doesn't. Warren kicks it there, but just doesn't get that backspin on that little wedge kick. Barely bounced.
I'd like to see the watermelon kick tonight. Just put that ball flat on the ground and kick it.
Probably see a good rooster tail as that thing goes squibbing down the field.
So the Bulldogs will take the possession of this football at the 30-yard line, plus 5 with the penalty. It'll be placed at the 35. 1:48 remaining in this first half. Running up the middle, but wrapped up by Brady Cope and driven backwards. Cheerleaders showing off their arms as they're throwing footballs all over the stands right now. We do have another timeout, so with that timeout, we need to thank some sponsors as well. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. Welcome back, Cobra football fans. Will LaRue alongside Lee Lewis, Rob Bargenbrook. Bringing 1:35 remaining in this first half. Bowling is set up, 2nd and 9. They are bunched up in the box. Cobras are bringing up another defender. Bowling now electing to move 2 people into motion. Just like Feller said, just Rebecca into the backfield, read that perfectly, was not accounted for as he brings King down for a huge loss. Another quick timeout by the Cobras, so good job snuffing that out. We'll take a quick timeout too.
It's time to put that pump block on and sell out.
Welcome back, Cobra football fans. 1:28 left in this first half. Cobras trailing by 7. Boling coming back in with that tight formation with the one wide receiver to the far side. We'll see what they try to chalk up now. Looks like they call a timeout and go draw the play on the sideline. What do you think, Lee? Two's going in motion to try to offset the defense again off that side. Quebeca forces him inside, just misses. Great tackle in the backfield. I couldn't see who that was.
It was a Cobra, Will.
It was a Cobra. That was a fantastic tackle out in the open field. Quebeca did a great job of forcing him back into the inside, Lee. Put a hand on him, slowed him down a little bit. And the other Cobra, whoever that was able to come in and clean that up. What is going on?
We got a flag on the play. I guess it was a face mask.
Wow. We're in a bad position to see anything right here. Anybody else see that flag?
Nope. I did not. I don't know that the coaching staff saw it either because we were signaling for timeout at the time, reserving clock.
1:14 and counting down in this first half. That's going to bring up a first down for the Bulldogs. They like to continue to run the football off to the left side this time.
And now I don't think we're going to have to go to commercial break. I don't think we're calling a timeout now.
No, unable to now, Lee. The Bulldogs are going to elect to go ahead and run this clock out. All you can do is hopefully there's a mishandle somewhere. Cobras can try to get it back with a few seconds on the clock. Hard hitting up there. And
ball's loose. You called it. Ball is loose, and Cobras do have it.
I did call it. Did I not just say that? With the 29 seconds left in this first half, Cobras force a fumble. Get the football back.
And folks, that's the first call of the year. It worked.
I tend to have that effect, Lee.
Well, Will, if you did, I wish you'd have called it sooner. Maybe a possession or two before this one. Don't wait till 29 seconds next time, partner.
It's a timing thing, okay? This is a dramatic show.
I understand. I understand.
There's a way you have to set the audience up, Lee.
Well,
the plot thickens now.
It does. This is about as thick as it can get. We will see what 29 seconds can do.
Steps up into the pocket. Ball is on the ground.
Maybe the plot needs to be less thick.
Yeah, that was just guards are just trying to do.
Yeah, so fumbles recovered there by the Boling Bulldogs as he was stripped and coming through traffic. They're going to have 16 seconds to decide what they want to do. Now, they still do have one timeout in their pocket, but they've been very slow, letting the play clock run all the way down each time. So I got to think they're going to try to get one play here, let it run down, call the timeout, and look for the Hail Mary.
Or elect to kneel it and just go to the half. That's what I would think they're going to do. That's exactly what they are going to do with 13 seconds and counting down. That's going to do it for the first half here in Boling. Your Cobras going in again for the second week in a row, trailing by 7, 14-7. We're going to take a break and thank all of our sponsors, but then when we will come back, we'll give you some halftime stats as well as this week in Cobra Sports and what to expect coming up. And your band will be playing in the background as well. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network.
Commitment to community service. It's a mission the First State Bank employees have lived by for more than 60 years. By continuously volunteering, sponsoring school fundraisers, and engaging in community service projects, the First State Bank not only lives its mission, it lives up to its motto, friendliest bank anywhere. So call, stop in, or visit fsblouise.com today and get to know the friendly bankers who are making a positive impact in your community. Eat 'em up, snakes. The First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Capital Farm Credit, our cooperative returns are a symbol of our strong partnership with you.
So one of the unique things about Capital Farm Credit is the cooperative nature of it. And then when you get that patronage check once a year, we put that money right back into the land.
Together, we're better.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Welcome back, Cobra.
Best way to go is
Golden Cobra Band is under the direction of Larry Furman, Stacy Hudson, and Nicholas Jocelyn. The guard instructor is Bailey Schrader. The section of the week is the saxophone section. Band members of the week are Alina Laredo, Trevor Dinky, Brayley Benavides, and Jasmine Bernard. The band would like to thank the Industrial Band Boosters, the Shack Bar and Grill, for sponsoring our band game day meal. The band would like to thank the Industrial Band Boosters, the Shack Bar and Grill, for sponsoring the band game day meal, Industrial High School Principal Heather Nailrun, the Industrial ISD School Board, and Superintendent Mark Motley for all their support of the Golden Cobra Band.
What are you gonna leave it on?
Hey, Cobra fans, welcome back. Will LaRue alongside Rob Bardenbrook here. What we're going to do is go over our halftime week in sports and what happened last week a little bit and what to expect in Cobra Sports coming up this week. We apologize that we didn't get to bring you the pregame, but as we said, weather played a huge factor with taking that away from us today.
Yeah, it was a little difficult to start with, Will, but hey, we're here. We're rolling. We got football. It's Friday night.
That's right, and it does feel good. And we did find the rain too, Rob.
We sure did.
You shall. So let's go ahead and start with cross country. The varsity girls are absolutely killing it. Kate Simons won again last week, and Elise Bullock finished in the top 10 for the third straight week. Good luck to the runners tomorrow because they're traveling to Moulton. We'll update y'all all on those results on that event on the Cobra Sports Weekly Update. We post that on Wednesday evening. Sometimes that takes a little while. So in the morning, so Thursday on your drive to work, get on, turn that on, and go ahead and listen to all your Cobra Sports updates next week.
And if you haven't tuned in, it's a great, great show. On to the junior high volleyball. Is that right, Will?
Well, we got girls volleyball versus Rockport.
Okay.
Yeah, JV built an early lead with both sets, but watched them slip away on big runs by Rockport Fulton. Cobras losing straight sets, 22-25 and 20-25. Cobras win in 3 straight sets versus Rockport Fulton, and Cobras played relatively mistake-free volleyball behind solid play from Osborne, Honch, and Stonish behind their floor captain, Pacey Rowe. The best-case scenario in their final tune-up before district action started today was 25-17, 25-22, and 25-20. First district game today was in Yoakum. Brought lots of excitement, coming fresh off the sweep of the Rockport Fulton teams on Tuesday. However, the Cobras were unable to contain the power of hitting the Bulldogs' outside hitter and ultimately fell in 4 sets, 1 set to 3 for Yoakum, 18-25, 14-25, 25-23, and 15-25.
All right. Well, thanks for that update, Will. On to your junior high volleyball. Your young Rattler volleyball girls took on Tidehaven Tigerettes last night. And what a night it was as the Rattlers completed their first clean sweep of the season. All 4 teams captured a win last night, gaining some confidence before they officially start district play on Monday. Coach Smith told me the Rattlers continue to grow and make changes towards improvement as the season progresses. The Rattler coaching staff wanted to thank everyone who came out to support the Rattler volleyball last night. It was another fun evening full of energy. The 8th graders traveled to Agua Dulce this weekend to compete in a high school tournament. So wish them the best when you see them. District play begins this coming Monday in Hallettsville.
That's pretty impressive for the 8th grade girls to be going up and playing a high school tournament. It just goes to show you the confidence that Coach Smith and Griffith and the other junior high coaches have in those girls to go and compete at that kind of a level.
Definitely.
Yeah. On to last night, we had a lot of football games.
Sure did. At the Snake Pit.
Yeah, we had in Vanderbilt, but this one was actually up in East Bernard. The JV Cobras won against East Bernard 25-8 last night. And a lot of that was due to the outstanding play of breakout player Caden Petru. Petru carved up the Brahma defense with another 150-yard game and tacked on 3 more touchdowns to his already impressive stats this year. including this one. Cooper Francis would also punch one in from a yard out. Defensively, the Cobras played lights out and controlled the game. Garrett Kalajizik, David Gonzalez, and Logan Thomas each had a sack. Cole Charbula and Nick Salinas recorded 2 sacks each. So to say they controlled the game, I think, is a little understatement, Rob, because to have 7 sacks in a game is pretty impressive.
That is very impressive.
And Nick Salinas also blocked a punt as well. Aiden Fitzgerald recovered a kickoff fumble early in the 4th. Austin Coons also had an interception to give the Cobras back with less than a minute to play to close that game out. They win, beat East Bernard 25-8.
Well, another game we had going the other night, Will, was freshman football. And the freshmen came out on fire, going up 14-0 on the JV Bulldogs. The first score came on this 19-yard pass from Easton Alou to Bryce Sykes.
Yeah, Sykes showed great hands, route adjustment, and run after the catch. Alan Pineda would punch another score in later in the first half. Brian Bethany was a force on the defensive line, recorded multiple tackles for losses. And Mason Hunt had a block punt to set up a scoring drive inside the Bulldog 30-yard line. Pretty impressive job on the young man to get in the backfield and block that punt. Cobras played a great game against a bigger Bulldog team, but ultimately they ended up falling 16-14.
Tough game, but they played good. They really played good, Will.
The 8th graders also played, Rob. And you were at that game. How'd that one go?
Yes, sir, I was. Well, it was a hard, tough defensive battle with the Bowling Bullpups. Tyler Barnett completed several passes to Taylor,
including this one to Cannon Taylor that we see right here on the screen. Impressive adjustment on the route right there by the young man.
Wyatt Kurtz and Michael Bargenbrook ran the ball hard. And this is, I believe, a 15-yard run by Bargenbrook.
Yeah, it was great edge blocking on that to get Bargenbrook 15 yards on that play.
Julian Flores, Ryan Wood, Archer Burnett, Landon Snyder, Mason Galbraith, and Bargenbrook were tough on defense, recording multiple tackles. Julian Flores scored the only points for the Rattlers when he stripped the ball from a bullpup during a conversion attempt and took it to the house. The Rattlers dropped a hard, tough game, 6-2.
They sure did. 7th graders came out at 4:30 in the hot sun to go play as well. They ended up winning their very first game of the season, 12-0. Offensively, the Rattlers ran the ball hard. Ashton Mendoza, he scored on this pass from Cole Nairn. Incredible job passing at that young age. The 7th graders, especially in the first games, pretty impressive. Cole would also complete a pass to Cohen Love in the 3rd. Dyson Sykes ran the ball well, and Gavin Stewart came in at QB and found the end zone himself from 33 yards out. Defensively, Aiden Ortiz, Landon Schaefer, and Weston Kuchera recorded several tackles on the night. And Cohen Love would also come in on defense and show his hands again with an interception. Great first win for the 7th grade Rattlers. Awesome job by the young man.
I tell you, Will, the greatest thing about watching those 7th graders is I had a bunch of those boys on the Bantam football team last year, and to just watch them progress, it's fantastic to watch, which leads us into youth football this weekend. In youth football, the Cobras hosted Pulaski last Saturday. The Bantam Cobras forced a shutout and scored 39 points on the Sharks. The juniors and Pee Wee lost some close ones. This Saturday, the youth Cobras will travel to El Campo. Come out and support these great kids. Coaches, the games begin at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, come out and support those guys out in El Campo. They're doing some great things. A great program coming up. A lot of good athletes that the Cobra coaching staff is really looking forward to working with. Talk about some other great athletes. We had them on the show this week at the weekly Cobra Sports Update.
The top performers?
We had the top performers come and join us, and one of those was Dylan Rurick. Rurick was just an outstanding performance last week with several tackles for a loss, including that incredible interception that we cannot forget.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
That really was. And that's actually the only interception that the Cobras have on defense, and it's the defensive lineman.
And he's made some big plays tonight already.
Yes, he has. The other one was Ashton Garza. He just had an absolute terror, just running out all over the Shiner Comanche's offense last week. He did an incredible job. Definitely earned that top performer award with 5 touchdowns on the night, too.
Yeah, 227 yards, Will?
Yeah, I think that was just rushing. He had an additional 100 and something passing as well. So great performance by that young man. We also had sophomore Haley Haunch. She's the volleyball pick, and during last Friday's game in Vanderbilt was the Cobras hosted Shiner. Kaylee came off the bench in set 2, ready to play, and she totaled 7 kills with only 1 error on 13 attempts. The volleyball coaching staff said they're currently focusing on minimizing errors as a team And Kaylee did a great job coming off the bench, working as a teammate and focusing on the team. And the Bowling Bulldogs think so as well because they just honked that horn.
They sure did. I mean, they must have really appreciate that top performer.
They did, absolutely did. And our last one is for cross country was Levi Finley. Levi did exceptional work. He led the varsity boys to a respectable 5th place win against a strong competitive Belleville Invitational at the last Saturday's meet. He competed the 3-mile course, and then we talked to him. There was a lot of up and down, uphill course, so it messed with his time a little bit, but ultimately Levi came out and had a heck of a race. Ended up running that race 19 minutes and 30 seconds. He continues to impress the coaching staff and is getting better each week. So congratulations to those folks. Great job on them. We'll see who the next top performers are going to be this coming Wednesday, as Lee just dropped the mic for the second time in a row, folks. We got Butterfingers out here. But either way, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will have second half kickoff action for you here in Bowling. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network.
At Capital Farm Credit, our cooperative returns are a symbol of our strong partnership with you.
So one of the unique things about Capital Farm Credit is the cooperative nature of it. And then when you get that patronage check once a year, we put that money right back into the land.
Together, we're better.
Commitment to community service. It's a mission the First State Bank employees have lived by for more than 60 years. By continuously volunteering, sponsoring school fundraisers, and engaging in community service projects, the First State Bank not only lives its mission, it lives up to its motto, friendliest bank anywhere. So call, stop in, or visit fsblouise.com today and get to know the friendly bankers who are making a positive impact in your community.
It didn't look like it was on.
I had it right up there.
Oh.
It was just it wasn't on.
Back in the game, boys.
That's back here.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Your Cobras are getting set to kick this ball off in second half action here in Bowling. Lee, Cobras came back and scored that touchdown to go ahead and bring it within 7 for the second week in a row, going into half 14-7. We saw what was working for the Cobras. We'll see. Last week they made some halftime adjustments that completely changed the game.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens right here.
No, you're exactly right. Last week they were in the same spot. They didn't panic. And, you know, Coach Nairn implemented the corn dog offense that we've talked so much about over the last week or so. He brought it in the second half because he said, you know, it gives them a great time to bring in new stuff because the team can't adjust. You can't go in and make those halftime adjustments. So who knows what he's got up his sleeve tonight as they come out of the locker room.
We'll see. And the Bulldogs are going to go ahead and take their opening possession of the second half here near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, we got a little funny story from the sideline. Wes Unger was down there all night during the first half, and he came back and reported that after that initial punt return that Boling returned for a touchdown, as the Cobras were coming off the field, Coach Nairn very calmly looked at the punter, patted him on the shoulder, and said, "Hey, let's go ahead and kick that one out to the sideline. That boy's a little fast." And so right there you can already see directional kick taking effect as they try to make sure that they continue to push that to the sideline.
Bowling goes to that one back formation, going to hand it to that up back, runs into a wall of Cobra defenders, but ends up getting about 5 yards on that first down carry. So another formation. That's the first time we've seen that one here tonight, Lee, with that one back in the backfield.
Yeah, and, you know, the coaches, we knew they were going to run a lot of formations. We knew there was going to be a lot of adjustments. Right now, the coaching staff still doesn't have the headsets on, as I guess equipment has not dried out. It's still not working. So right now, everybody's got AirPods in their ears, phones in their pocket, doing whatever they can to try to communicate up here. But it's going to be tough, you know, as they try to adapt. They're only able to see what they can see from the sideline.
Yeah, right now Dylan Rurick is hobbling off to the sideline, so
I
that's
think it's Roundtree.
sorry, Clayton Roundtree. I apologize.
Yeah,
Jay
I tell you,
Demaro is
those
having to check into the
6
game.
and 8. I can never tell the difference between those jerseys. They look a lot alike.
Numbers are kind of smashed.
They are.
That's what happens when you get big guys wearing the single digits. So now into more of a T formation. They're going to go ahead and rotate motion again, bringing the tight end to the other side of the formation. This is going to be a bootleg out to the left side. Bo Bethany lowers his shoulder. We'll see where the spot is. It's going to be pretty close to the line to gain. It's going to bring up 4th down and really short.
Let's go, D. Hold him.
Yeah, and an interesting decision for Boling right here. I mean, that's that tantalizing distance. They're within about a yard of it, the marker, but you are in your own territory. It's early in the half. So one of those situations where very tempted if you're that coaching staff to try to pick this up any way you can.
Yeah, Cobras are going to switch a few personnel here, but Rob made comment to it just a little while ago. Watch that fake, especially with such a short distance to go. Cobras are ready as they're up on the line. Nick Kuchler is back deep. They are going to punt this one away. A little spiraling kick. It's going to take a good Bulldog bounce. It's going to be another one of those fire Peters as they get away. Ball's going to be down around the 15-yard line.
Just like last week, we come out.
We got to take a quick break, folks. Welcome back, Cobra football fans. 10:31 remaining in this third quarter here as play action, pass up the middle, incomplete, intended for Kuchler, number 5.
Yeah, and good design. We saw that right there at the end of the second half. You know, if you continue to shoot 44 up the middle, let them suck down on it, and then just see what you can do off that play action. Get behind that linebacker. Because they really only have a single body back there. No safety help, backers up.
And they're doing it again with that flat line as the ball's going to be Cooper. He's got great vision. He tries to get around the edge, but unable to turn it upfield. Great open field tackle by that Bulldog. And that's that Tyler Sweat, the Bulldog leading tackler last year. 70 tackles on the season. Comes up and makes that tackle on Cooper Martin.
Yeah, it's going to put them in a 3rd and long situation again. You know, they have a lot of bodies outside. That
Ashton's going to roll out, not really finding anything. Still trying to catch the edge. Eventually pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they end up marking it. Don't think he got close enough. And you can hear the coaching staff all the way up here because we're that close, hollering for the punt team to get in.
Yeah, no, he was nowhere near the marker. It's going to be an easy decision for this coaching staff. And we'll see if our sideline reporter, Double Nichols' report is right, as Bethany, or actually Quebec is going to be kicking this. Quebec will make sure he keeps it as far away as we can.
Yeah, I know Cade is another punter who does come out and work some of the kicks as well during the warm-ups during pregame. I haven't seen Cade punt in a long time, though. We'll see what number 11 does. He does boot this one away. A little southpaw kick. It's going to take a Cobra bounce and roll around the 35 before it's down by Sam Kurtz. We're going to change a possession here with 9:46 left. We're going to stop and thank some sponsors. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. And we're back, folks, because the Bulldogs want to go with 9:46 left in this third quarter here. We got guys moving around again. That to the up back. I believe that was Sam Kurtz that was able to bring him down after a couple of yard gain.
Kurtz has had a good game tonight. He's gotten up in the action fairly quickly. He's recognized play, early recognition, and then he's filling that gap.
Yeah, he's doing a great job in that outside linebacker position. They're trying to go his way quite often. Tonight, they've been testing really both sides, but Sam's done a great job of fighting off that block and working to the outside shoulder to force the runner back into the inside. I'm going to hand it up to the up back again. It's just good, hard running behind his blockers as he gets close to the line to gain. Bulldogs are getting a lot of push, Lee, off the line and driving back into that second level.
Well, key body still missing. Roundtree not up front. They're going to continue to go at him.
He's still being looked at by the volunteer trainer, actually, Andy Francis. We'll see. It's really close, and it looks like he was driven back. So another 4th and short. Great hold stance there by the Cobra defense, Lee. I'm curious to see if coach is going to elect to go for this one or punt it
they're
away.
about a half yard now, and they're going to send on a different personnel group. I think they saw him rolling out the FUVA package, and you knew as they get in that more goal line stand look, and they really try to shove it to him.
And that FUVA package has really done a good job this year.
It brings me a lot of joy.
It does. .758 and counting down right here. Ball is punted away. Kuchler back deep. Going to take a bounce. He's going to field it. Do have a flag over here in the backfield, but driven down. And that's Sweat again picking on number 3, Hunter Halapaska. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see what the call ends up being. Now missing the white hat. There he finally makes his way up. These guys do not move around fast enough, Lee. It's going to be a hold against the Cobra, so that's going to push them back 10 yards. That was already fielded pretty deep as it was, so that one's going to hurt the Cobras.
Yeah, it is. There's been a lot of penalties tonight on both sides, and you know they've kind of become a storyline in this game because it's really changed the outcome of a couple drives so far. 14. Our resident statistician says 14 penalties between these two teams. So really just a little more than one half of football.
.745 remaining in this third quarter. Cobras trailing at 7. Long way to go. Cooper Martin runs up into the line and gets a decent yardage on that first down carry.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, they haven't stopped him for any kind of significant success yet. I mean, I think he picked up 6-7 yards on that carry, and so until Boling makes an adjustment or proves that they can stop it, it may be a long time to have one of those long sustained drives.
Look how the line sets up. I mean, there's a hole in the center of the defensive line. You could drive a truck through it.
Play action. Again, Kuchler was the intended receiver, and Cobras got lucky on that one because the Bulldog defender recognized that right away.
Yeah, he jumped the route big time.
He sure did, but we do have a flag on the play. We'll see.
It's going to be against the Dogs.
I did not see what the signal was. Either way, it's going to give the Cobras 5 yards and should get them into first down yardage. I guess we're going to be a yard short, so no.
Yeah, they are.
They're moving the chains. I was right.
I think the jump call was just general unkindness.
First and 10. Cooper's going to take the ball on that counter play. Splits a couple more defenders. Another decent run on first down by the Cowboy. Casey Williams, the sole receiver on this end down here. Cooper gets a feed again and continues to push that pile forward and gets enough for a Cobra first down. Coach Nairn continuing to ride the Cowboy.
Yeah, and Cobra's starting to exert their will. I mean, that's Rob is in favor of this call.
Rob is loving this kind of offense. Just run up the middle, keep pounding, keep churning, keep moving those legs. And Cooper continues to fight for yardage. And that was all heart by the Cowboy there as he gets drawn down to the 40-yard line. He's going to take a much-needed, deserved break right there as Cooper's been the workhorse in this drive. Is 45. Big Gun checking in, Lee.
Yeah, no, they're going to stay Western as they 45 caliber coming.
Quebeca set up in that sniffer back position. Swing pass out to Kuchler. Quebeca's got a block out there. Kuchler continuing to turn forward and finally brought down.
Cobra's doing it the old-fashioned way as they continue just pick up 5 here, 6 there.
And you do that all the way down the field and continue to wind the clock, wind the clock.
You just got to play off whatever 7's doing. If he stays back running, it's not broken.
Right there.
Good running for a first down there. Great run by the junior.
Yeah, just blew through the initial contact at the right thigh.
And that's what you're going to get out of both of those running backs. Good hard running. Good hard-nosed running by both 44 and 45. 5:03 counting down in this third quarter. Garza's going to call his own number. Great block there. He's going to split and continue to run downfield. He's got the guy to beat. Run through again. Great stiff arm, and Garza's into the end zone for a touchdown. Fantastic job by number 7, and an even greater job on that edge block there by number 45.
Two big keys of that right there of just sheer power. 45 coming around the corner, blew up the block, and then Garza with the stiff arm, both just man-on-man tough football.
We got a flag guy down. He's back up and going again, though.
That's Mendoza.
And the flag boys getting their exercise in. Kuchler, the holder. This kick is up, and it's through the H upright. Cobras tie it here with 4:45 left in the third, 14-14. And that brings up a score and drive recap brought to you by Con Metal. Get a mic to you, Rob.
That's right. We got a Con Metal scoring drive. Cobras started way deep in their own end zone. And,
I don't know that they were in their end zone.
Pretty close.
They were backed up close to it.
Pretty close. Started off just running the ball. Cooper Martin, a 2-yard run, a 6-yard run, a 6-yard run, a 6-yard run, 11-yard run, 5-yard pass by Ashton Garza, Nate Kuchler, 6-yard run by Major LaRue, and then Ashton Garza took it the other 50 yards for a touchdown and an extra point.
And that is a Cobra score and drive recap brought to you by our friends over at Con Metal.
Yeah, but I know that we talked about it all through the game, but the key right there is run. You can have that one little pass in there, but run.
That makes Rob happy when you do that.
Well, Rob, the architect of the six-play playbook. You know, the father of old hard-nosed football right here.
4:45 left in this third quarter. Your Cobras do tie it up. Getting ready as Bryce Warren tees it up to kick this one deep. It's going to be a little pooch around the 30 as it's fair caught there. While we switch sides, we're going to take a quick break to thank some sponsors. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network. Welcome back, Cobra football fans. 4:43 left in this third quarter, tied at 14. Cobras have done a great job this half stuffing the Bulldog offense. New play out here is a swing pass out to number 1. That's King, and he has some wheels. He continues to run downfield, and he is going to be into the end zone Another speedy big play by the Bulldogs. So they come back and strike extremely quick.
Yeah, that was that's a tough way to come back off the kickoff. But, you know, we highlighted last week the great play out of the Cobra special teams, especially the tying score there right in the end of the game, fourth quarter. And Kuchar set them up with a great return so they could go down and tie Shiner. Last week, the highlight was the special teams. Tonight, it's been a struggle with a punt return, kick return. Right now, 14 of these Bulldog points have come off special teams.
Yeah, and big plays like that. This one is going to be through, so they are going to go up 21-14. Well, we're not going to celebrate that, but we are going to celebrate our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Rob.
Yes, sir.
Great observation.
Yeah,
while you're on break.
Bowling has thrown 4 passes for 100 yards. 1 for 0 yards, 1 for -1 yards, 1 for 70, and 1 for 30. And then basically,
I'm thinking the 70 and the 30 accounted for most of those 100-yard
most
passes.
of their yards, and then the punt. That's it. 3 plays. 3 plays is
And Rob, what sounds interesting to me about that is because last week as well, Shiner scored on some big plays as well. Coming the wheel route by Bishop, getting on the outside and getting downfield, and Shudi being able to catch up with him downfield like that. It's kind of the same situation. We're kind of seeing the same MO here from an offense that's pretty similar to what Shiner ran as well.
Yeah. It's kind of like they almost lull you to sleep.
Well, the one good thing is this defense for Bowling has been on the field a lot in this third quarter. You know, you don't want to give up the big play, obviously, but if you have to, it's nice to have these guys right back out here. They're still breathing hard. They've been on their heels after a very long, sustained drive, and now the Cobras have a chance to do it again. And that will pay dividends as this game gets deeper tonight.
4:28 remaining in the third quarter. Cobras trailing 21-14. Cooper is met in the backfield this time.
There's that Sweat. Number 7.
Yeah, that was a
blitz called at the snap.
That was Sweat again getting in there, leading tackler for the Bulldogs last season. He read that one perfectly, coming from that linebacker spot, and you saw him kind of creep up earlier, trying to get that timing down. There he is again. He's coming up to the line again, trying to overload that offense. Guard's going to pull it this time, try to break out to the left side. So right now, Sweat's trying to add an additional blocker in there, or excuse me, an additional man into the box to try to confuse the Cobra offensive line and get back.
And he is. He's firing up that A gap. You know, those guys have assignments on each side, and so that time they brought Quebec in to deal with him, and I think they're going to have to continue to have somebody account for him as he walks up.
He's staying back.
And right now, guys, we have no help over the top. That's where that screen pass is completely snuffed out there by the Bulldogs. But with having that extra guy in there, yes, they're not having a safety over the top, so we got one-on-one coverage in the outside. But with that, that's going to bring up 4th down. Cobra's going to elect a punt here, and Bo Bethany does trot back out there to go ahead and try to deliver this kick.
There's a chest match going on now.
Nice high punt. Takes a bounce a little bit, and the coach staff is hollering from Bowling. They're going to take their next possession near the 35-yard line. When we come back, here in Bowling. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. And we're back, folks. 2:39 left in this third quarter. Cobra's trailing by 7.
We just got an interesting look at the score. Refugio right now 35, Edna 27.
Oh, ball is on the ground. Cobra's continuing to bounce for it. We'll see who ended up coming up. It looks like it is Cobra football, and it's going the other way. Great job. I did not see who came up with that football.
I don't know who came up with it, but one of the bodies on the ground kept it in play. And I thought I was going to get to the sideline, but somebody laid out, was able to bat it back into play. They didn't make the recovery, but they are the reason the Cobras have the ball right now.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic job. We'll get back on film and let you know. Remember this part in the game and see if this is the great momentum change. And LaRue does trot back out there on the field, so I'm wondering if no, they're not going with Corn Dog. I think he's going out to play the C position. Trips to the far side of the field. One-on-one on the outside. Swing pass out. Ball falls incomplete. Intended receiver was the senior, number 2, Aiden Thomas.
Yeah, there's been a few that have been in and out of the hands tonight on those little short, quick outs. You know, that ball has to be affecting it because we've seen 3 or 4 where that exact thing's happened just in the hands and down.
At 2:26 remaining in this third quarter. Garza gives the ball to Cooper up the middle. He's wrapped up, but not before he gets about 5 yards on that second down carry.
And we got a late flag. Somebody was talking unkindly.
That happens from time to time, Lee. People talk unkindly to us all the time when we don't bring the broadcast. I'm kidding. We do a great job. We got a great staff, a great supporting cast. We appreciate all y'all out there helping us, including our buddy Hunter Carl. Let us know that we had some issues. The cheerleaders are doing a fantastic job down on the field as well, keeping this crowd into it. Really hard to see them. I'm glad they're wearing all white so they can kind of stand out a little bit. Looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs, so that's going to definitely hurt them as the ball is moved up inside the 10-yard line.
Told you they were not polite.
They were not.
In politeness, I'm a Bulldog.
There you go. Good football.
Kuchler goes on a sweep. He's got a great block by Quebec on the edge. He's going to get in for another Cobra touchdown. Quebec, the number 11, lead blocks out there and takes out 2 Bowling defenders.
Yeah, he did a great job of staying engaged all the way through. He maintained that block laterally for probably 10 yards.
And he was fully extended as well.
He was.
That was an outstanding play by number 11.
That's how you keep a dog on a leash, Will.
There he is. We're going to have a flag on the play here, and I'm assuming that's going to go against the green.
That would be us.
No, the green. It is going against us. Okay, well, false start. We're going to back him up. That's all right.
We got the
Warren's
leg for
got
it.
the leg for it. Warren looks back at him and says, challenge accepted.
The goalpost, one of a kind here, installed in 1923 at the height of the Salt Dome boom.
That one does go a little wide, so they are going to be trailing by 1 point. But that is a score and drive recap brought to you by Metal, though, Rob.
That sure is a score and drive recap. And drive started off with the defense caused the fumble and recovered the fumble. So we had very short yardage to go. 5-yard run by Cooper Martin. 15-yard penalty puts us within 9 yards. Nick Kuchler, toss, in for the end zone. Great block by Kate Quebeca, but we did miss the PAT.
Yeah, we talked about that, right? Taming ourselves, okay, with some things that we have to have a complete control over, and that is the Cobras have got to control their discipline and their mindset and get in there and keep the laundry off the field. And that does affect, unfortunately, moving Warren back and giving him a little bit tougher of a kick. So right now, that is the difference in the ball game by 1 point. With 1:50 left in this third quarter, Warren tees the ball back up again.
Wouldn't kick it to number 1.
No, and number 1 is back deep. That is King. He's the one, the speedy player that the Bulldogs have, their leading rusher. Be a little nice squib kick. The up man's going to field it and get down quickly near the 35-yard line. We'll take a quick break to thank some sponsors. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network. Welcome back, Cobra football fans. Will LaRue with Lee Lewis, Rob Bartonville, Ryan Barnett, Chase Charbula. Can't forget Wes Unger as well.
Our sideline reporters come up here and joined us in the dove blind up top.
I'm here. So that first down carry off to the left side, that's going to bring up second down and about 6.
Before he left the sideline, he donated his AirPods to a good cause. And the coaches were rounding up anybody that had any on them. He left his AirPods down there.
Hey, it's a team effort around here.
Helping out everywhere we can.
And off in the middle again, it splits a couple defenders before the senior Rylan Barr chases him down near the 40. We do have a flag on the play, though.
Ball was out late, but it looked like the ground caused it. I think they're going to rule that he was down. And this one's coming back.
Yeah, and it's going to be holding on the Bulldogs. That's typically what happens when you have a large open space to go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason that big run happens.
So it's going to march them all the way back, but brings up second down and about 3. So they ended up gaining some yards on the play. As we tick under a minute remaining in this third quarter, Cobra's trailing by 1 point. Good hard running by number 21 for the Bulldogs. He's going to have enough for that Bulldog first down as personnel changes come in and out again. Jackson Kahanik's checking out. Jade Namaro comes in.
Bulldogs have, over the last 2 drives, have really gone to that power running game over the left side.
It's coming from the tailback, so it's a little bit of a counter, not the direct back on that side, kind of lead block.
Well, they got rid of him, so it's not going to be that this time.
With that wing tee again, formation. Going to be a toss out to him this time. Cuts back inside, but he runs right into Cullen Dyson. Cullen Dyson drives him back. Forward progress is going to give him about 2 yards. And we are going to tick beyond and head into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break and thank our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring you fourth quarter action here in Bowling. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network.
Commitment to community service. It's a mission the First State Bank employees have lived by for more than 60 years. By continuously volunteering, sponsoring school fundraisers, and engaging in community service projects, the First State Bank not only lives its mission, it lives up to its motto, friendliest bank anywhere. So call, stop in, or visit fsblouise.com today and get to know the friendly bankers who are making a positive impact in your community. Eat 'em up, snakes. The First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Last 2 times they took a shot.
Back over football fans. Will El LaRue alongside Lee Lewis, Rob Martin.
No, Rob was pointing out that the last 2 times they were at midfield was when they took a deep shot. So we'll see if they stick to that.
And I'm not sure what I saw here. They're going to say false start against the Bulldogs, but I didn't quite see that. It looked like he was just going in a hard motion, but either way, I'll take it.
We saw the right side of the Cobra defense pop up, so I guess there was probably a blitz.
Counterplay to number 1 gets around the edge. Mendoza chases him out. Speedy Senior able to push him out of bounds after getting into midfield or beyond midfield.
Yeah, that's a good hustle play to be able to track down the speedster because there was a good chance he could get that edge. But good angle, good pursuit. The Cobras. And boy, you could tell they had some speed up as they launched themselves across this narrow sideline into the track and into the benches behind.
Only going back to that wing tee with that wing formation with the 1 back in the backfield, and the play's going to be called dead again. Be false start against the Bulldogs. So right now the Bulldogs shooting themselves in the foot. Shooting themselves in the paw.
Scientific term, Will.
I misspoke. I didn't go to Aggie school.
Well, you're talking to a former Bulldog. I'm accustomed to my canine terminology.
He'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 with 10:52 remaining in this game. Trips to this side of the field, shotgun formation. Kate Becca gets around the edge, tries to get a hold of him, holds on to him long enough for the cavalry to arrive, and they bring down the quarterback before he's able to get to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down. Curiously, Coach going to elect to go ahead and punt. It looks like he's going to see if they can pin the Cobras back deep. That's very interesting.
Yeah, you kind of want to pick your battles on when you're going to go for it. Right now, this is 4th and 11. Coach is not feeling like this is the opportunity he wants to challenge the Cobras.
Spiraling kick. Going to take a bowling bounce and bounce around the 25-yard line. That's where the Cobras will take it. We'll bring you that snap here in a second. You're watching Cobra football on the Cobra Sports Network. We're coming back to you pretty quick. So Cobras are ready to get on the field again. Ashton's going to call his own number and continue to turn forward. Or he's finally brought down, but we have another flag on the field.
It might have just been left out there from last time, Will. They've been out there a lot. There's been a lot. Maybe they just forgot to pick a few up.
Well, whatever it is, it was on Bowling. I never saw a sign in front of Whiteout. Here we go. Yeah, I missed it.
Was it illegal substitution, I think?
Possibly. Maybe there was 12 men on the field. Typically, when the 2 flags come from the back judges back here, that's normally what you're going to see.
Well, the sideline is only 1.5 yards wide, so it's entirely possible that they had half the team on the field.
Guys, look what we have on the field. Look what package we have on the field.
Dog on dog.
Yeah, dog on dog. Corn dog on the dog. Ashton up the middle again. Gets enough for a Cobra first down. You know, guys, I went to school to pick up my son before the coming of the game today, and you're not going to believe this. I saw a guy dressed up in a hot dog outfit.
That's an omen. That's got to be a sign, Will. Some of our dedicated production staff here tonight made sure that they had corn dogs for dinner just to keep the mojo going.
That's how they do. Rob and Wes Unger as Wolfskill completes the catch there, continues to turn forward, gets into midfield. Another Cobra first down.
You know, week over week, we've seen Wolfskill become more of a weapon. The big body, he's had very sure hands.
You're right, Lee. He's a big target, and he's done a great job with those big paws hanging onto the football. Martin out there again. LaRue with a great block, and Martin is off to the races. He's going to get in for a Cobra touchdown, but we have a flag on the play.
I wish you'd quit having to say that same line every time.
And I really want to know what they're going to call right here. I'm assuming they're going to call that a hold. And I'd like to know what that was, because I was watching on that backside over there, and LaRue pancaked the Bulldog defender that he was blocking down on that other side, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it was thrown from
the side judge.
So it could have entirely. I didn't see who was set up on the outside receiver, but it could have been.
There's nobody set up on that outside receiver. Do it again. I'm with you, Rob. Run it again. Run it again. Check. Check.
Stop, Coop. Let it run.
Sorry, we're getting a little loud out there, folks. Not too sure what's going on with the mics, but either way, that's a Cobra touchdown right there. Great hard running by the quarterback again, and good edge blocking in that corn dog formation. Love seeing that corn dog.
What'll be interesting right here is, you know, the 2-point version's coming. Let's see what they want to dial up.
And that 2-point ends up failing there. But either way, Cobras do go ahead, and we do have a scoring drive recap brought to you by Con Metal. Rob?
We sure do. We have a Con Metal scoring drive recap. Aren't y'all excited?
I am.
I'll take as many as you got.
Because the Cobras have the lead now, guys. All right, it started out with basically a 7-yard run by Ashton Garza, a 2-yard run by Cooper Martin, and then we had a 14-yard pass by Wolfskill. We brought in the corn dog the last 3 plays, and then Ashton Garza with some great blocking by Major LaLue and number 12 Barr. Popped him for 47 yards and a touchdown.
I'll take that all day long, Rob. 7:17 left in this game. Cobras do take the lead 26-21. I do want to ask you something, though, Lee.
Go ahead, partner.
Do you concur with the corn dog formation?
I'm becoming a big fan of the corn dog. I would say that they stick with it as long as they can.
After all, it is a real wiener.
It's a wiener. There's no doubt.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We here all night. We're here all night, folks. No, in all actuality, you know, I think we're just beginning to see the corn dog come into play. You know, they implemented it last week, second half, obviously to catch Shiner a little off guard. Tonight we're seeing it used in a little bit different way, and I think you're going to continue to see variations off of it. You know, as I have no idea what else we're going to see run out of that formation, but it's a good personnel package that they're having success with.
That is. It's good to show different formations like that. You see the success that Boling has had too this season, 2 wins with all the different formations that they've gone to. Brady Cope able to make that tackle.
We are struggling with kick coverage tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go back on film and look at that. Not too sure either if there's lanes are splitting or what's going on. Either way,
I haven't watched it, and I'm going to speak completely blind right now. But I wonder if this wet, natural turf field is affecting us. We're so used to playing on artificial, dry, good conditions. Maybe these guys are not able to get off blocks or cut. Their feet aren't giving them the traction they need. That as these bursts of speed are coming around the middle, maybe they're not able to adjust to it quick enough. I don't know. I'd like to rewatch some of those plays.
You know, it's interesting that you say that, Lee, and I almost wonder, you know, when you play teams like this, should the Cobras practice on the old practice field? So that way they're kind of used to the elements a little bit. Right. That's a good point. I mean, I don't know. Either way.
We know we're going to see this on our next away game as well. I believe we're going to Goliad, and they have a very similar natural field there. But tonight, obviously, conditions not great here after the rain.
Yeah,
so something is not working on special teams tonight. And last week we saw exceptional special teams play.
That was actually a pretty incredible run there by the Bulldog running back because he was wrapped up in the backfield by Dylan Rearick, and he just continued to get through.
I thought he was stopped a couple times. You know, it's one of those places where I didn't really see him coming out of the pile, and then suddenly he continues to move. Was that fresh legs, new body?
Well, it doesn't work that time as he's brought down after a short game. Bo Bethany again in on that tackle. .544 and counting down in this game. Your Cobras are leading 26-21.
Yeah, and that's a good thought, partner. We'll try to keep everybody at home apprised of the time on the clock, because I forget sometimes that now that we have television, we assume you know, but we can't see the clock at the same time. So
I will tell you that clock is not easy to work on that computer, so don't blame Mark. All right, what a play made by the sophomore. Zach Badial coming up in that safety position to stop the Speedy King from getting anywhere.
Yeah, no, he recognized that from well back, had great closing speed. He was going from the minute the ball was released and did a good job of getting out there and just smothering the bowling receiver.
And Lee, that was a great job because that play has hurt us earlier in this game, and that's showing the maturation there in number 22 by recognizing that later in the game and not being part on it this time. He's able to come up and make a heck of a play. Number 3 for the Bulldogs is doing a great job bouncing off and continuing to get outside. He's pretty close to that first down.
It's going to bring a big fourth down up, though. It's going to be about 4th and 1. That's Cobra's 4:37 left in this game. You know, Boling right now will be going for this. They're down by 5, 4.5 minutes left, and 4th and 1. So big moment here for the Cobra team.
The band is getting louder and louder and louder. And let's see where the mark is. And it looks like they stopped him.
Well, he was met immediately, and there was no forward progress as he was driven back.
It's going to be really close. Really close to see.
They've got a favorable spot out of that.
They're going to call
make
for
it a little closer than we then it should probably be.
They're going to call for a measurement because I'm with you on that. I think Sam Kurtz was out there on that edge and met him immediately.
It's not a favorable spot, but I still don't think he got it. Even with the spot. When they stretch this chain out, I do not think it's going to be there.
They're not going to have it. Cobras football with 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. Absolute fantastic job by Miller's defense to put a stop there.
Well, wisely, we're hearing a couple of fans already hollering, hold on to the ball, protect. I mean, right now we've seen this ball pop out on both sides a lot. This is one of the times where you need to make sure you secure it. Don't fight for extra yardage. Take the play where it is.
Heading back out there again. No, actually, not Corn Dog. They're just LaRue's playing the C position in Quebec's stead.
We're going to have a brief break. We'll be right back. 4.5 minutes as Cobras get set to go on offense.
We're back, Cobra fans, as your Cobras set to take first down snap here with 4:27 remaining. Cooper gets the handoff, running behind, lead blocking number 45, LaRue. Gets about a yard on that first down carry.
Yeah, nowhere to go right there. He thought about bouncing it. Didn't. Nowhere there. Just take what you can get and move on. Let that clock run, as they're going to be able to take this one down to about 3.5 minutes.
Bulldogs only have 2 timeouts remaining. .354 and counting down. About 14 seconds left on the play clock. Cooper's going to get it, split a couple defenders. Breaks another tackle. He's off to the races. Covers the football this time before he's finally brought down inside the 35. Great run by 44, but what did you see once he gets to the next level this time? He learned from last week. Covered up ball.
Yeah, no. Cowboy got on his horse there, but he was going to make sure he was in full protect mode all the way down, and that's the right call. And even better, now they're going to have a chance to run additional plays, continue to burn clock.
And score.
And then score.
I want to see another one of them Con Medal.
Well, right now, 3:20 on the clock, 30 seconds on the game or the play clock. So they're going to be able to wind this down inside of 2 minutes, or into 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And they're going to make sure they do that. As right now, they're all catching their breath, relaxing.
It happens. Garza calling his own number up the middle.
One interesting thing is even with the play clock at 40, they are coming up showing formation early rather than they're still going no huddle even though they're in no hurry. And it's kind of unique that
Yeah, second down and about 8 here. 2:26 remaining in this game. Play clock is inside of 10 seconds. pitch to Kuchler, and he catches the edge for a short gain. They'll bring up 3rd down and short, and Bulldogs will elect to use their timeout here. They have 1 left with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Cobra Football on the Cobra Sports Network.
At Capital Farm Credit, our cooperative returns are a symbol of our strong partnership with you.
So one of the unique things about Capital Farm Credit is the cooperative nature of it. And then when you get that patronage check once a year, we put that money right back into the land.
Together, we're better.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Nice. And we're back, Cobra fans. 2:07 remaining. Boling has 1 timeout left. There is 3 yards from a Cobra first down. We got 2 backs in the backfield, Cooper and LaRue. Ash is going to catch the edge, and he's going to get a good block on the edge by Casey Williams. We have late laundry though, so hopefully that does cut it. Not too sure. We'll have to see what the call is.
He's wasting time.
Whatever it was, they're saying a hold, and I'm not too sure how the back judge calls a hold way out here unless he's saying it was on 25, but Casey had him on the inside, driving him back the whole way. Either way, 1:58 remaining. That's going to push the Cobras back 10 yards. I'll make that 3rd. But
it should still be a first down.
First down.
Yeah, I believe it was still
right.
a first down.
You're right. That was
penalty yardage. So, one of those things, you call Ashton kind of hesitate, slow up. I think he's deciding, is this one of the times where you slide or go down the head of the goal line, inside the 5, maybe try to burn more time before punching in, ultimately elected to go. Well, he doesn't have to make that decision now because now they are actually going to run a couple more plays inside of that 2-minute warning. Right now, ball spotted at the 15-yard line. So Cobras
in the corn dog formation. Martin up the middle. Clock continues to wind with 1:52.
Yeah, and this is going to take it down to about 1:10 right now. Before the play clock, they're forced to throw it. Boling has 1 timeout left, and this should take it around to 1:10.
Coach Nair is going to continue to wind this down, and we'll see. So far, this clock management by the Cobras has been a good.
Yeah, it's been a good drive. They started this at 4.5 minutes. Now getting set down to 1:15 as they get ready to snap the ball. They're going to get off with 1 second. Garza will go up the middle. Bring up 3rd and short. Boling's going to be forced to call a timeout here as there's 1:08 on the game clock. Cobras would have been able to take it down to basically 20 seconds.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. So with that timeout, we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back.
Commitment to community service. It's a mission the First State Bank employees have lived by for more than 60 years. By continuously volunteering, sponsoring school fundraisers, and engaging in community service projects, the First State Bank not only lives its mission, it lives up to its motto, friendliest bank anywhere. So call, stop in, or visit fsblouise.com today and get to know the friendly bankers who are making a positive impact in your community. Eat 'em up, snakes. The First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This play.
Welcome back, Cobra football fans. Will LaRue alongside Lee Lewis, Rob Bargerbrook.
Yeah, Boling's got to make a decision right here. This is one of those times where do you want to let them score right now so you have a minute to try to go down, kick, score, get an onside? Cobras have an opportunity to pick up a first down here, Will, inside the 5. If they can do that, this game will be out.
Garza going to call his own number off to that side. Does not get the first down. Does bring up 4th down, but the clock will have to wind.
Yeah, right now, the 40 seconds on the play clock, exactly 1 minute on the game clock. So when it winds down, this play will get off with about 20 seconds left. It will be 4th down.
I'm going to assume that Naren is going to let the play clock
Wind down
down
all the way.
down to 1 second and then call a timeout. I wouldn't.
It really sets up to be slightly longer than an extra point. It may be a situation where he likes to try to kick a field goal. The only downside there is if it gets blocked and returned, that would be a touchdown, and that would be a game-ending play. You don't want to go out on a loss. So
I think right now,
whatever
Naren
you do,
takes it down, takes that timeout. We're at 20 seconds right now. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Watching Cobra football on Cobra Sports Network.
I think
yeah, they just need to run it up the middle.
Run the ball.
Yep.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Well, Coach Naren has elected with 20 seconds left in the game. It's 4th and about 4. He's going to leave the ball in Ashton Garza's hands, tries to catch the edge. We'll see where that spot is. We have a bad angle and we can't quite see.
Yeah, he's going to be close, but I think he's just going to be a little bit short. We'll wait. They may be measuring this.
Ball is turned over on downs with 15 seconds left, and that was a fast 5 seconds.
Yeah, ball clock, of course, stopped immediately on the down if it's 4th down, and Bowling was going to make sure they did. They didn't let it run any extra. They will essentially have time for maybe 2 plays, but the first one's going to have to be either incomplete or quick to the outside.
Yeah, if Bowling has anything up the middle,
One thing, we are not playing anybody deep right now.
Let's play 1 free man back, and Zach is going to back up now.
And that's a good timeout. Industrial's going to call timeout. They had 2 in their pocket. That's a good timeout to call. Take a look at the formation, see what they're going to do, and then make sure you adjust.
I agree, absolutely. Why not?
That, and they want to recognize all the people who support their Booster Club. Coach Naren making sure that our sponsors get their due.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and take a quick break there, producer. And Cobra fans, we're back. 15 seconds left in this ball game. Cobras leading at 26-21. Ball is thrown. We're going to see. Are they going to say is the safety? Was he in the end zone? They're saying he's giving forward progress at the 1 yard line. How do you do that when he's standing straight up in the air, Lee? How do you do that?
I don't know, but it's game over because they're not going to be able to get another playoff.
2 seconds either way. Cobras come into Bowling and upset Bowling. 26-21. Great ball game. A good team effort win all the way around. Again, First half not really going the Cobra's way, but they do a great job of halftime adjustments for the third week in a row. Come out and do a fantastic job. End up getting the win late.
Now, there's some great coaching going on in that locker room because whatever they're doing, they come out in the second half is working. And I think, next week's key to the game, Will, is to make sure you go into the locker room losing 14-7.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't like that key to the game.
Hey guys, one thing I was talking to Lee about a minute ago, when we put a full game together, all 4 quarters, not 2 like we kind of have the last few weeks, we're a tough football team, guys.
No, absolutely. And Coach Nairn made that comment this week on the Daily Show is that, Cobra's they're the worst enemy. If they fix the issues that they're having, they're pretty good. They're a good football team.
Yeah, we saw the opening drive. The offense was clicking till things went a little bit awry. Overall, the defense kept this team in check. I think, Rob, you said there was only 4 or 5 passes, 3 for 0, -1, and 2 yards. I mean, the 2 big plays, the 30-yarder and the 70-yarder. And, of course, the big 14 points off of special teams. You take 14 points off that board, Will, this is a very different game. It's a 26-7, lopsided win. So we're seeing good offense out of this team. We're seeing solid defense. Last week's story was great special teams play tonight. Little struggle there, but overall, I mean, they're playing well. The scoreboard does not reflect how well they're playing these games.
I agree with you, but for the second year in a row, Cobras come into Bowling, or they come in to play Bowling. And Bowling coming in with 2 wins on the season. Cobras come in, play a great close game again against a good Bowling team. They're going to have a great season as well. Good luck to them. We've got Tidehaven next week.
Yeah, you read my mind. That's exactly what I was about to mention. Is that this is not a time to get proud. I know this was a state-ranked team, but I don't think this is the toughest team you're going to see out of this 3A Division II district. They're in the same district with Tidehaven, and I think Tidehaven is probably the big dog around here right now. I think next week this team's going to have its hands full with Dodds. We're going to get a chance to talk about that and look at some tape this week as we talk X's and O's on Wednesday with the coaches. But overall, good win here tonight as the Cobras continue to roll.
That's right. And we're going to go ahead and finish off with this alma mater, and we will see you on Wednesday, folks. That does it for the team. We'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend.